For the past week, I've been really busy working on commissions, and while I am so honored that people like my art enough that they wanted to be a part of their special day, whether it be for wedding invites or anniversary invites, but when I do work on a lot of commissions, it means that I am sitting down a lot, like for majority of the day. It's really not great for my body, and I really felt it today. Like, I stood up, my back just cramped up and I could barely stand straight because it hurts so much. So I am going to do a little yoga session right now just to kind of give my body that much needed stretch. Okay. I'm okay. Hey guys, I wanted to start off by saying thank you to everyone who came to the Ifang opening. We really appreciate all your support. This week we're back in the studio because we are in for another episode of Deedoe Does DIY. Is that what we should call this? So last night I received this message from my sister.
Please make me a megalodon shark costume.
So in case you didn't get that, he was requesting for a megalodon costume. He changed his mind 2 more times after this. So first he wanted a megalodon costume, then he wanted a great white shark, and he finally settled on an orca, which is what we will be making today. So the first thing I do is I go on Pinterest and I try to find any possible projects that other people might have done that I can just follow the instructions on. That way I don't have to start from scratch. So looking at different pictures, these are the 2 cutest costumes that I found, and I sent them over to my sister, and my nephew picked this one. So this is what we will be attempting to make. Unfortunately, there are no instructions. There's no blog attached to it or a video or anything like that. So I'm going to be using this for my basis, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to get there along the way. Okay, since we do not have a template to work from, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make a smaller version out of some scrap material. That way I can get like a better idea of how things should be put together before I move on to making a bigger version. So I just have my cutting board, a few rulers, cutter, scissors, pencil, eraser, and this cover of an old sketchbook that I'm going to be using for my material. Let's get started.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I miss you.
This is what I have so far. I tried to follow the photo that I found as close as possible, but the more that I was adding onto it, it also looks really heavy. And I'm thinking, the kid is 3 years old. He's gonna have a hard time maneuvering around school. So I want it to be compact and lightweight that he can still move around and play in it. So I've been modifying the shape a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna keep working on.
If you go, yes, I'm gonna let you know just how much I tell you, mama.
I finished my little prototype. It's so cute. I kind of really love it. Now the challenge becomes how to translate this into a bigger life-size costume. Luckily, he's only a little kid, so it's not going to be that huge of a whale. My main concern is I'm worried that it's too big and the finished product will be too heavy for him to bring around. I think what I'm going to do is send my sister a photo of the prototype, see what she thinks before I proceed into making the whole giant orca. Okay, she approves. Let's go find some materials to work with.
I'm gonna let everyone know about my love, so I really hope you love me too. Yeah, I really hope you love me too.
Let's get building!
I'm gonna tell you that I need you every day. You'll get weary of my touch, that's how much.
So I've been sitting here trying to figure out how to scale this up, and math is not my strong suit, you guys. So I was looking at the cardboard and I just kept picturing it, and it just felt like no matter what I would do, I would be a little short on what I needed to make the whole body of the orca. So I think I will get started on the actual costume itself tomorrow after I run to the mall and then grab some more illustration board that I can use, like those big pieces of illustration board. Because I'm also thinking an orca is black and white, and if I use illustration board, then I might not even have to paint. So that's gonna save a lot of time. So we're gonna pause for the day. Yesterday I went out and I bought some illustration board to use for our orca project, and I've been giving it some thought, and since the shapes that I've created in my little mock-up are very irregular, and I feel like it would be really hard to freehand the exact shapes and the correct measurements onto the illustration board, and I really don't want to waste any material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan all of the pieces of the little mock-up that I made and enlarge it and refine it digitally. Then I can print it out and have a paper template that I can then put onto the illustration board and cut out the correct sizes and then assemble. This has nothing to do with the project, but I also just purchased this ergonomic mouse because I was doing a lot of work on the computer last week and my wrist started to hurt again. Just freaked me out. So I decided that I needed a ergonomic mouse for when I do video editing or when I make posters and things like that. I got the black one this time because before this I was using the Logitech MX3 Master mouse. Anyway, as you can see, I got this in the lighter color, in the gray color, and it discolored quite a bit after just a few months use, which really bothers me. I mean, I get that it's from the oils of my hand and whatever, but I don't know, I just really hated that look. So when I bought a new one, I got this in black, hoping that it wouldn't discolor as much. Alright, after a lot of moving things around, I've managed to fit all of my template pieces into 3 illustration board sizes, 3 full whole illustration boards, and 1 half illustration board, which is exactly the amount of material I've purchased for this project. We have our printed out pieces. Now it's like a giant puzzle that I just have to put back together, cut out, lay out onto the illustration board, cut out again, and then we can finally assemble. All the pieces have been cut out. You know what, looking at these, part of me really worries that it's too big for him. I asked my sister for his height, and then I sort of just approximated how big it should be in comparison to his height. So I really hope that this isn't like too huge. Nothing to do but keep going forward. Despite the seemingly fast transition, that actually took me about 2 hours to cut out all these pieces. So the next step is, because the illustration board is a very rigid material, it doesn't want to stay in this shape. I'm thinking what I want to do is I want to run score lines, which means I just want to cut it but not all the way through to the other side, so that it'll just give it a little bit more give and to bend in a certain direction. So like this is my fin. What I did was I scored along this side so that you can now fold it and it'll hold this shape. So I'm gonna do that with all the parts that need to be more curved before I can assemble everything. Now I can massage it into a curved shape, and it will stay in that shape a lot easier than if I had to force it and it wanted to go back to being straight. This is going to be the front of the Orca, and it's slightly different in how you score it. So in the template, it's gonna have these edges that can be cut off, and then it needs to be scored like as if you were a sunbeam going off from those cut edges. Because it's an irregular shape, I need this to bend this way on top, overlapping each other. That's why those pieces are cut off. And then that gets taped down, and then that will allow this to kind of curve in like this cone. This is the shape that you're hoping to achieve. Ta-da. It's supposed to go like this. So if this was our body, then this needs to start. Oh wow, it's starting way further back than I thought it would, but that's fine. Ta-da! So that should look like that. And then to help it hold its sort of curved shape better, I made this little belly. So, ta-da! And then white side out, because according to all the photos, the belly of the Orca is white. I'm gonna start gluing things down. This is where everything could go horribly wrong, in that if I screw this up, I really have to just start over. There's nothing I can do. So let's hope I don't screw this up. While I wait for this, I really hate this glue gun. Okay, it's still stuck. Sorry, that's just gonna pry right off. I can feel it. Yep, comes right off because the glue gun had dried. I wonder if I can just do this with regular glue. I'm going to try something new in the hopes that it's going to be a lot easier to maneuver with than the hot glue was. I'm just gonna use regular old school Elmer's glue. getting better. It's definitely getting a lot easier. Ha! Look at that. This is definitely too big for him. It's been a couple of days. I have a little bit of a cold. I don't know if you can tell from the sound of my voice. The Orca, I stopped where I showed you last. It's looking really good. The Elmer's glue is actually holding up pretty well. Like, I'm surprised with how sturdy this feels. So I finally got my nephew in to try it out, and relative to his size, it's a little long. So I'm gonna trim some of the pieces off of this big one that I made, because he was so happy when he saw it and when he tried it on. He just said that it was too heavy for him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim it to make it smaller, make it lighter, and then I've decided that all of these smaller pieces, like the fins, the dorsal fin, the tail, they should be made out of cartolina instead of illustration board, so that just to make the whole thing lighter. I cut down the excess tail and then some of the head, so as you can see, it's a lot smaller. And then I took out this front portion here because I'm trying to cut down on bulk. I've made this same piece but much smaller and out of cartolina. That way, one, not only is it so much easier to maneuver, it's easier to glue into place, and it's gonna make it so much lighter.
Some people say
I've cut out the jaw, and because his one request was that it have very, very sharp teeth, a row of teeth here to make it look a little bit more menacing.
what I've got. You couldn't put a price on that.
Ha! Look at that! It looks a little funny, but so cute. Okay, I'm gonna do finishing touches, maybe add some color and stuff, and then when he wakes up from his nap, he can actually try it on and you can see it on him. Like this. Da, 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 da. Oh no! La 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 la. I honestly thought I was done with this project, but yesterday I had him try it out and it was still too big. Like, this whole middle portion where he is supposed to sit is still way too large, and even he says like it feels too large. So I need to find a way to trim it down even more and make the space smaller. This is what I'm thinking needs to happen. I think I just need to cut the sides this way and then kind of push them together to make them smaller. I've separated the head, and now I'm going to just move this in, and ta-da! You have a much smaller Orca. I cannot believe how cute this turned out. I spent most of the day trimming it down to size. As you can see, it's a lot smaller than it used to be. And it looks so cute. And I wish I had gotten it on video, but I had my nephew try it on just so I could measure how long the straps needed to be for the last bit of this. And he was so happy with it. He didn't want to take it off. I was like, please, we have to take it off because there's nothing holding it up right now. He was literally like holding it by the sides of his body. Like, no, I don't want to take it off. Can I wear it for a while? It was so cute. So obviously, last thing, I need a strap so that he can hang it around his shoulders and wear it. And I'm also going to make like a little white patch here. That's just going to be a piece of paper or cartolina cut out for that little white patch under the Orca's eyes. But we are more or less done. This is it, you guys, the final stretch. I'm so excited. Let's get this done. Okay. Last steps, baby.
Can I have the biggest one?
Yes, of course.
Now.
So this is the strap. Remember, we measured yesterday. And then I made holes. So let's put it in here.
Or all the needles.
What needles?
Needle.
Oh, the needle for sewing.
Yeah.
It's here.
And to sew with needle.
Do you know how?
I want needle and me to sew with.
Do you want to try it on? Hands up. Shoot, 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 shoot. There we go. So this goes down here. You put your arms here. 1. Other side. 2, like a backpack. Wow, the strap is way too long. Hang on. Wait, leave that there so I know how long it needs to be. Finishing touch, I'm gonna add the little white spot that, according to his book, goes right under the orca's eye. I learned so many things. The reason why I'm using tape instead of glue is because the paper wrinkles with the glue. So this just comes out much cleaner. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it is so cute. I'm a little in love with this thing. So we get the little brush and then we paint it here. Can you help me paint?
Yeah.
Here, hold the brush.
I love
Oh,
this.
stand on the chair so
I'll
you
do
can
that
reach.
too.
Okay.
I can help.
You want to wear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hands up. Like a t-shirt. Ooh! Sorry, that was me. And then, where does this go? It's bunny.
You hold it.
I hold it. Forever? But I won't be with you in school. You wear it like a backpack. Do you like it? Look on this side. Oh, that has sharp teeth. And it has white spots under its eyes. And it has a tail. Wait, I didn't make the eyes. You cannot see on the eyes in the picture. Are you happy? It fits you perfect.